I'd heard rumors. It had always been an urban legend, but never entirely believed them. I mean, how does a Star Trek series just disappear? To anyone who thinks they know everything about Star Trek, think again. How often can you say you've unearthed an important and completely lost chapter of science fiction history? One that's never been read. But there they were, every episode. Just sitting in a box. They called us the Woodward and Bernstein of Star Trek. You'd be shocked how many people don't know what that means. Oh, you don't get it either? Okay. In 1967, NBC ordered production on the first Star Trek spin-off. The series was called Star Trek CALYPSO, and it followed the adventures of Captain Cornelius Cosmic Ray and his crew, the most diverse and alien in Starfleet. But there were many people in America in 1967, not to mention today, who were not keen on diversity. Bunch of multicolored aliens and humans on the same ship scared the hell out of Christians and Southerners. And NBC needed the ad revenue, not nationwide protests. So bye-bye Calypso. Though several episodes were produced, NBC shelved them before a single show could make it to air. And to avoid the kind of grief caused by the fans' letter-writing campaigns to save the original series, NBC made the entire cast and crew sign non-disclosure agreements. Every print of every episode was destroyed, and the show faded away into history, like transporting its molecules out into space. Or so we thought. At an estate sale in Ogden, Utah, we found a box of film reels. We had to make our way around this giant tinfoil ball. Apparently the guy was a prolific collector. Something about the war. The box was marked Star Trek CALYPSO. Every episode, 16mm prints, virtually pristine. There was one print that was damaged, but from what you could see, it looked like more space hippies. So if one episode ain't gonna make it, may as well be that one. Paid $40 and lugged the box back to the car. I am not ashamed to say I screamed like a tiny girl. Not one bit. The show was pretty out there, but I think it would have caught on. The first officer was a cubist painting. The doctor was a cat head with a bowling trophy for a body. The helmsman talks by vibrating his eyes, and the communications officer was eerily prescient of a 1990s flip phone. I mean, it's kind of spooky how spot on they were. Of course, the flip phone was inspired by the Star Trek communicator, so... The navigator was a marijuana plant. I mean, come on. Do you want pot trying to give you directions? The ship's chief engineer was a jar full of smoke. I think the writers were full of smoke. You know what I'm saying? We were going to have the entire series painstakingly cleaned, color-corrected, scanned and restored by the Fritz Lubitz Institute of Visual Arts in Hamburg, Germany. But we got a better deal from a place in Cleveland that puts home movies from VHS onto DVDs, so we went with them. They send you a box and everything. They did a great job. To this day, nobody can explain how a paranoid aluminium foil collector in Utah came into possession of one of the most obscure and significant pop culture finds of the 21st century. But after being lost for more than 50 years, and thanks to some kind of quirky language in the copyright laws, we are proud to present CALYPSO to generations of Star Trek fans.